Today we're diving into a topic that has puzzled many around the world. How did North Korea become so insanely poor? In this video, we will explore the complex interplay of economic factors, political decisions, and historical events that have led to North Korea's current economic state. 10. Historical context. To truly understand North Korea's economic situation, we must first delve into its history. After World War II, the Korean peninsula was divided into North and South, with North Korea adopting a socialist regime under the leadership of Kim Il-sung. The division led to isolation and tension, setting the stage for the economic challenges that followed. The Korean War of the early 1950s devastated the country, leaving infrastructure in ruins and creating a divide between the North and the South. This conflict laid the foundation for North Korea's economic struggles. 9. Juche Ideology. Juche, often translated as self-reliance or self-sufficiency, is a concept that was introduced by Kim Il-sung in the 1950s. It seeks to establish the idea that a nation should be self-sustaining and not dependent on external forces or influences. The concept was formalized in the 1980s, with the Juche idea becoming a guiding philosophy for the country's development. At the heart of North Korea's economic policies is the Juche Ideology, often translated as self-reliance. This philosophy, championed by Kim Il-sung, advocated for minimal reliance on foreign aid and trade. When it aimed to foster independence, it inadvertently contributed to the country's economic isolation. The Juche ideology discouraged foreign investments, hindering access to technological advancements in global markets. As a result, North Korea's economic growth stagnated, and it struggled to compete internationally. While Juche aims to ensure national sovereignty, it often leads to economic and political isolation. North Korea's pursuit of self-sufficiency has resulted in limited engagement with the global economy and minimal participation in international trade. This isolation can hinder access to technology, foreign expertise, and resources that could potentially contribute to economic growth. The Juche ideology has been a driving force behind North Korea's economic policies. The country's command economy, characterized by state control over production and resource allocation, is influenced by the idea of self-reliance. However, the centralization of economic planning and the absence of market mechanisms have contributed to inefficiencies and stagnation in various sectors. 8. Command economy. North Korea's command economy, another crucial aspect, granted the government extensive control over economic planning and resource allocation. While the centralized approach aimed to ensure equality, it led to inefficiencies and a lack of incentive for innovation. State-run factories and farms became the norm, but the absence of competition and market dynamics stifled productivity. Goods were often produced regardless of demand, leading to a surplus of low-quality products. In a command economy, the government or central planning authority plays a central role in making economic decisions. This authority determines what goods and services will be produced, the quantity of production, and the allocation of resources to various industries and sectors. While this approach can provide a level of stability and allow government to pursue specific social and economic goals, it can also lead to inefficiencies, lack of innovation, and challenges in responding to changing market conditions. The degree of success of a command economy depends on the effectiveness of central planning and the ability of the government to balance economic goals with the needs of the population. 7. International sanctions. The international community's response to North Korea's nuclear ambitions has further exacerbated its economic challenges. Sanctions imposed by various countries and organizations have severely restricted trade, making it difficult for the nation to access essential resources. Today, the United Nations passed another round of sanctions against North Korea, aimed at curbing its nuclear program. These sanctions, while targeting North Korea's nuclear activities, have had a trickle-down effect on the economy, limiting access to goods such as oil and machinery needed for industrial production. 6. Agricultural woes. In addition to industrial struggles, North Korea has faced agricultural difficulties. Despite being an agrarian society, the nation has grappled with food shortages due to a combination of factors. North Korea relies heavily on traditional and outdated farming techniques that have not evolved with modern agricultural practices. The use of manual labor, rudimentary tools, and lack of mechanization in the farming process leads to inefficiencies and lower yields compared to countries that have adopted advanced agricultural technologies. Outdated farming techniques, lack of modern equipment, and adverse weather conditions have contributed to poor crop yields. The government's focus on self-sufficiency often prioritized quantity over quality, affecting both agriculture and nutrition. North Korea's agriculture is vulnerable to extreme weather conditions, including droughts, floods, and harsh winters. These climate-related challenges can devastate crops and livestock, leading to decreased agricultural output and food scarcity. The lack of proper infrastructure to manage and mitigate these weather-related risks further exacerbates the problem. 5. Limited international trade. North Korea's economy has been characterized by limited engagement with the global economy, which means that the country has restricted its participation in international trade and economic interactions. This isolationist approach is a deliberate policy choice made by the North Korean government, stemming from a combination of political, ideological, and strategic factors. North Korea's limited engagement with the global economy has hindered its potential for growth. The country's insular policies have deterred foreign investors and traders. The Kaesong International Complex, a joint venture with South Korea, was once a symbol of cooperation. However, it was shut down in 2016 due to political tensions, highlighting the fragility of such endeavors. North Korea's Juche Ideology, as introduced by its founder Kim Il-sung, emphasizes self-reliance and independence from external influences. This philosophy, while aiming to ensure national sovereignty, has led to an economic model where the country attempts to produce everything it needs domestically, minimizing reliance on foreign imports. This isolationist approach has hindered the development of a robust international trade network. North Korea's export range is limited due to several factors. 4. Human rights concerns. It's crucial to mention the impact of human rights issues on North Korea's economy. The regime's strict controls, including forced labor camps and restrictions on movement, have garnered international criticism. Many North Koreans lack basic freedoms, limiting their potential to engage in entrepreneurial endeavors. This suppression of individual initiative has hindered the emergence of a dynamic private sector. 3. Pathways to change. Despite the challenges, there are potential pathways to address North Korea's economic struggles. Opening up the international trade, embracing market-oriented reforms, and easing diplomatic tensions could play a role in revitalizing the economy. Diplomatic efforts, such as summits between North Korea and other nations, offer glimmers of hope for economic improvement. These meetings could pave the way for eased sanctions and increase cooperation. 2. The role of technology. Embracing technological advancements is also crucial for North Korea's economic revival. Access to information and innovation could drive economic growth and modernization. With proper investment in education and research, North Korea could develop industries such as IT and manufacturing, boosting its economic potential. Technology can enable economic diversification by opening up opportunities in sectors such as information technology, manufacturing, and services. Diversifying the economy reduces dependence on specific industries, making it more resilient to external shocks and fluctuations in commodity prices. Modern technologies such as automation, robotics, and advanced manufacturing techniques can significantly enhance industrial productivity. By streamlining production processes and reducing the reliance on manual labor, North Korea can increase output and improve the quality of its products. While the role of technology is promising, North Korea faces challenges such as limited access to modern equipment, lack of technological infrastructure, and a workforce that needs training to adapt to new technologies. Additionally, balancing technological advancements with the preservation of the country's political and cultural values presents a complex challenge. 1. Conclusion. In conclusion, North Korea's economic struggles are a result of a complex interplay of historical events, political decisions, and external pressures. The Juche ideology, command economy, international sanctions, and agricultural challenges have all contributed to the nation's poverty. While the path to recovery won't be easy, engaging with the global community, embracing reforms, and investing in technology could pave the way for a brighter economic future. Thank you for joining us on this in-depth exploration of how North Korea became insanely poor. If you found this video informative, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it with others. Please subscribe to The Travel World. Thank you for watching.